and it's about security estate accreditation fees. She says, security estate accreditation fees are still being charged by the estate management, from what I understand, with Caroline, is specifically prohibited under the PPA. Could you please provide the specific section of the PPA if this is indeed prohibited? So it's a very specific question, and I'm throwing it out there. Guys, please, whoever wants to grab it, while Cilna is smiling at all of us, please.
Any idea, Bruno? Unfortunately, as all of us sit here, we're sitting in the predicament where all attorneys are coming to grips with the PPA, with the Act, with the sections, and as smart as we all are, unfortunately, very few of us have photographic memories to be able to pull out sections without having practiced under the Act for a long period.
Yeah, absolutely.
Unless your Googling skills are fantastic.
Which they are, actually, I'll have you know, but unfortunately my PPA is on PDF, so it has nothing to do with Google. So security accreditation fees, if I understand the question, this is when security companies, if I'm not mistaken, like your ADTs and whatever, the Chubbs, I don't even think they're around anymore, they probably pay to trade within their state, right? So they pay some kind of fee back to their state for trading purposes. If that's what is meant by security accreditation fees, what Cilna and I discussed last week was the fact that a fee can be charged, but it can't be a kickback. So it can't just be a fee for the sake of being a fee. If it covers some kind of administration, so let's say now it's whatever, more onerous on the security guards at the gate to constantly keep opening and letting people in and checking identities, letting people in. If there's some kind of reason for doing it, like let's say to prevent future crime, now you need to make sure that you've got cameras, because now you need to assess that these guys aren't imposters, and you need to verify their identity, and you need to ask them for documentation beforehand, or whatever the case is. That's the only logic behind asking for a fee. And like Nick said, I don't have the specific section. All I know is that there's limitations on service providers being the only service providers. So some kind of, like an exclusive monopoly of service providers, number one. And number two, the allowance of money being paid back by service providers for that exclusivity or some form of exclusivity. So it's prohibited, don't have the section. A fee is allowable as long as there's some kind of justification for why a fee is being levied. Nick, I don't know if you agree. That's how I understand it.
I agree. It sounds like the practical way, and generally our legislation does sit in a practical way. But I imagine that sounds dead right in terms of experience so far.
Thanks, Bruno. Thanks, Nick. And I think to our viewer Caroline as well, I would urge you please to get in touch with SSLR or with Bruno Simao. I think as this journey progresses in terms of what we were talking about, understanding this new legislation and its application, I think these are the perfect firms to be with, because a lot of work is being done on this by our two firms that contribute to our webinar on a weekly basis. So please, Caroline, or anybody else who has something similar in terms of questions, please do contact the firms, and we definitely will get back to you with some information to assist you as well.